right, I'd like to call this December 9th, 2020 Crestview Local Board of Education meeting to order. Can we stand for the pledge, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, roll call, please.
Dr. Miller,
Here.
DiTilio,
Here.
Lively,
Here.
Straney,
Here.
Wellman, and Miss Downey.
Here.
Oh, there she is. Hi, Miss Wellman.
Still says connecting there, looks like.
Yeah. We just did roll call, Mitzi.
All right. Okay, we'll go ahead. Rebel Pride Award.
I'd like to introduce our presenter tonight, Mrs. Randy Kubis. She is going to present our first Rebel Pride Award.
Hi. On behalf of the staff at Crestview High School, we want to honor Laura Nappy with the Rebel Pride Award for her time and dedication to the staff and students. On both a personal and professional level, Laura has shown us that she values us as colleagues and professionals. She has put in countless hours during and outside of the school day to make sure education is a top priority. We appreciate her patient leadership and tireless work ethic. Laura is amazing at adapting to whatever is thrown her way and has helped navigate the high school through this pandemic with grace and professionalism. Her constant support and encouragement make a difference in the lives of staff and students alike. This award is just a small token of appreciation for her constant support and encouragement and her tireless pursuit to make Crestview a better place.
I'm completely blown away. I love my job. I love our staff, and thank you so much for your kind words. I sincerely appreciate them.
Well, we
Well
appreciate
deserved.
you.
Congratulations.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Congratulations, Mrs. Nappy. We have your plaque. We'll get it to you tomorrow. And the letter that came from your staff was just tremendous. So congratulations. And we have a second one to give tonight. And our second one is to Jacob Henderson. And I think when you're a coach or a teacher, there is no greater honor than to be honored by parents. And this is what came to us. Mr. Henderson is one of the wrestling coaches on our 8th grade team. Some of the boys are struggling with their grades during this time of the pandemic. Whether from lack of understanding, lack of support from home, we do not know. But Coach Hendo, as he's called, has the 7th and 8th grade boys coming early with their work to get tutored by him. He is putting in countless hours to tutor kids in that during this very difficult time. He explained it this way to our youngsters. If you're an athlete without grades, you don't stand a chance of furthering your education in any way. He holds the boys accountable for doing their work during this time when we are remote. Just wanted to call attention to the fact that he cares not only for them as athletes, but as people and absolutely students first. Coach Henderson gives the extra time. He never asks for praise. He makes sure they're successful. He's a volunteer with Special Olympics and puts in countless hours, both in football and in wrestling, coaching these boys. Ladies and gentlemen, our second Rebel Pride Award tonight goes to Mr. Jacob Henderson. Jacob, would you like to say anything?
Just thank you. I didn't expect to receive anything for doing this. It was something that I set up just to be to have the kids to be able to sit down and actually help each other. Cause I know being in a classroom, especially it's help with peer work, being at home, and like I got a couple kids that don't have the greatest connectivity or to hold them accountable to make sure we're there. If they're not eligible, we don't have athletes. So that's kind of where that whole thing came about. And it's also part of my staff too at the middle school with Tyler Omni, and then Mr. McElhaney. He's there. We all kind of sat down and decided that we got a couple kids on the border and that. So we're here. We can at least try to make a difference to what we can. And I thank you guys for showing me that I'm noticed.
Thank you, Jacob, and thank you to the entire staff. And we thank our parents for nominating you for this award. Dr. Miller, back to you.
All right, student achievement.
All right. Our first student of the month is our freshman, Riley Grimm. Riley, wave so everybody sees you. Do you have a parent or anybody there with you?
My dad's downstairs making supper.
You don't want to yell at him to come up for this momentous moment? Okay. This is what her teacher that nominated her said about Riley. She's a driven student who participates in class discussions. She looks for solutions to academic challenges. She always brings a unique perspective to class, and she brightens any classroom she comes in. Riley Grimm, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'll get a picture of you next time I see you, or you can just send me one if you want to. All right, our next student of the month for December is Haven Hancox. Her teacher, Haven, wave to everybody. Oh, there's your mom. You want to introduce your mom?
This is Becky Cope.
Hi.
That's nice. All right, this is the teacher quote about Haven. Haven is a joy to have in class. She is responsible, asks great questions. She pays attention to all the small details. Haven always walks into my classroom with a smile on her face and she's ready to learn. Haven Hancox, congratulations. All right, our junior was Olivia Bender, and I didn't hear back from her that she could attend, so I don't think she could join us tonight. And our senior student of the month, she has some explaining to do. Would you like to show us who all's with you?
Yes, this is my mom, Kristen. This is my dad, Edward. That is it.
Okay, all right.
And me.
Well, so our teacher quote for Camden says, Camden is friendly, positive, hardworking, and always brings fun to any classroom, even on the most stressful days. She always likes to share, or she also likes to share some entertaining stories of her cooking skills. So I feel like there might be a little tidbit there.
Yeah. So one day, hi, Mrs. Hill. One day I came into class because I had like a little bit of a mental breakdown, and I called like a bunch of my friends because I couldn't figure out how to cook rice. And I didn't know if you put water in and the rice or just the water and then put the rice in after. And yeah, and then everybody was making fun of me, but I learned how to cook rice that day.
Very good. We'll look forward to some more stories after Christmas. I think it depends on what kind of rice too. Well, congratulations.
Rice, so.
It was a really complicated minute rice.
Yes,
variety.
very much so.
Well, congratulations to all our December students of the month. And if you all want to email me a picture, you can, or I'll take one. But if you can snap a quick selfie and send it to me, that would be great. I can get it up on the board.
Awesome
All right.
seeing all of you.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Somebody was messing with my phone, so next we have consent agenda. You have before you the items considered for tonight's consent agenda. Would any board member wish to remove any item to be considered separately? Hearing no such request, do we have a motion to approve?
So moved. That was Doug.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
Joel, second.
All right, thank you. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Straney,
Yes.
Wellman,
Yes.
Hively,
Yes.
DiTilio,
Yes.
and Dr. Miller.
Yes. Next, we have a treasurer's request not included in the consent agenda.
Just two items. The first item, just request the board approve the financial reports and investments as they are prepared and presented.
We have a motion to approve.
Motion, it's Miss.
We have a second.
Festival second.
Okay, any discussion? Roll call, please.
DiTilio,
Yes.
Hively,
Yes.
Straney,
Yes.
Wellman,
Yes.
and Dr. Miller.
Yes.
Item number two, I have a few donations there, a couple from Macmillan Health for some gift cards for supplies and a couple of donations for the turf fund.
We have a motion to approve.
Joel, motion.
Do we have a second?
Second, Missy.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
DiTilio,
Yes.
Straney,
Yes.
Wellman,
Yes.
Hively,
Yes.
and Dr. Miller.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Board reports, Career Center report, Mr. Wellman via Mrs. Wellman.
Most of the meeting was spent touring the building. They've made some improvements to student facilities, but a lot of it is centered around adult education right now. So most of it last month was spent touring the improvement.
Okay. Any questions? Thank you. Student Achievement Liaison Report, Mr. Hively.
Yeah, I wanted to read a little bit about friendship, and I thought it was pretty prudent in the times we're in and the way we're all kind of living right now. Friends can make some mundane tasks more fun, and there's a lot of research behind it. There's a 2020 book out there by Lydia Denworth that catalogs research on the many benefits of life's fundamental bond, friendship. For example, when they smell a familiar fish, zebrafish can show reduced levels of fear. And in fact, it may seem kind of cool but irrelevant until you learn that a 2011 study of humans showed that having a best friend present during an experience significantly buffered any negative feelings. It lowered cortisol and boosting a sense of self-worth. And then yet another study found that talking to supportive friends after a stressful incident increases the speed with which cortisol levels revert to normal. And this buffering effect appears to insulate children from both social and academic missteps by shifting their inner narrative in the face of failure. So there's something wrong with me to that there's a more resilient response. And I think all of us as a community and educators and look inside each other and try to figure out ways that we can promote this type of bond and exploit that its academic power. And that's all.
Good. Any questions? Thank you. Legislative report, Mr. Straney.
So last month we talked about House Bill 305. So luckily it passed through the House last week. Now it's off to the Senate committee and let them do their thing, and hopefully we get it signed into law here pretty quick. That's it.
All right, thank you. Student board member report, Ms. Downey.
Hi. With everyone being online, or at least a lot of students being online in the high school and some in the middle school, I know back in March we did a virtual Spirit Week when everything first started going on. So I wasn't sure if maybe we could do like a holiday Spirit Week and I know the PTO is doing the gingerbread house competition on, I think it's due Saturday. And I wasn't sure if there was like any way, like I have a couple ideas for themes for each day next week, the week before Christmas break, of like different themes for all sorts of holidays this season. And if there was any way to just share it with the students of something like fun to do, because I know I always liked dressing up with holiday stuff the week before Christmas break and everything. So that could be something fun to do if anyone had any ideas on that.
Chloe, with me having the 5th and 6th graders in, I know they would want to take part in the building, and I'm sure some in 8th grade would too. So if you would want to email me what you have, I would be happy to help out with that.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Great idea.
Thanks. And then I could just share it with as many people. I had like a couple of my ideas were Monday could be like sweaters / PJ day. And then I add Tuesday as like mask day, like holiday mask or something like that. And then for the virtual students on Wednesday, you could do like favorite holiday snack or cookies or something like that. Thursday could be, you could show off your decorations around the house. And then Friday would be show your favorite family tradition for the holiday season or something fun like that, just to get the community and students involved.
Chloe, if you send that to the building principals, we can get that on our websites.
Perfect. Thank you. And yeah, I think that's all I had. So thank you guys.
Thank you. All right, board committee reports, building and grounds. I'm going to defer this one to Mr. I can't remember. I'm sort of lost. I thought we had a meeting, but I was pretty sure as we walked out, Mr. Hively, I don't want to put him on the spot. He's like, I'm going to take notes. Because
No, we covered it last meeting good.
Oh, okay. All right. We're good then. All right. No.
Yeah, we're good.
Athletic Council, Mr. DiTilio.
Unfortunately, I was unable to attend. I don't know, Joel, were you able to make it to that?
I was not. I wasn't able to attend either, so I have nothing.
So I'll have to leave that one up to Mr. Cusick when his turn comes around. I do apologize.
It's okay. Personnel, Mrs. Wellman.
No report.
Finance and Audit, Mr. DiTilio.
No report.
Policy, Mr. DiTilio.
No report.
Communications, Mrs. Wellman.
No report.
No report for insurance. Business Advisory, Mrs. Wellman.
No report. I think that is January.
Okay. You're cutting out a little bit, Missy.
Oh, sorry. No report.
Okay. Administrative reports. Elementary school, Mr. Pancake. Who should?
Yeah, I just have
9 and 3.
Yeah, I know. Thank goodness, right? I just have 2 additional items as with any addition what I submitted. The first one was our 3rd and 4th grade teachers. Some of them we met with Silver Apple and Humtown on the 4th. We had our teacher kickoff. Mr. Mark LaMancha and John Miranda gave us our problem that we wanted to conquer. This year, it's more along the lines of how can we make the workplace more fun and engaging for both the students and the staff. So it's kind of an open-ended question, but we were able to meet together and then brainstorm some ideas. So I'm excited to see what that looks like. Our student kickoff is going to start the 3rd 9 weeks. The second item I have is we've been working with PTO, myself, Mrs. Gladman. We're going to have Cookies with Santa 2.0, but it's going to be on December the 19th. Obviously, it's going to look a lot different with the pandemic that we're in. It's going to be on December the 19th at 2:30. The Grinch will be present along with Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus. It'll be a drive-through where we will offer cookies. We'll have holiday music just to kind of boost the holiday spirit. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Thank you. Middle school.
Just one thing in addition to what I submitted, the 4 Cs is a little overwhelmed this year and a little disheveled just because of it's 2020 and everything is weird. So Tim and I talked last week. We had a great conversation and then pulled Kayla and Amy in and ended up that ultimately we're handling all of our students who need assistance this year in-house. So we have 99 students actually on our list that Kayla and Amy have compiled. And we've been working together to get some donations and have been working last week, this week, and then next week, ultimately, we'll distribute everything out of the school on Friday. So the families are very appreciative of knowing what's coming, and I can't say enough wonderful things about our staff wanting to help out with this and donating. Our student council, when we met with them, was more than happy to donate as well from our fundraisers. So people are just really coming together for our community, and the fact that we have 99 kids out there expecting Christmas from us is a little scary, but I'm excited and I'm thankful for our team that we're making this all happen. So where we're at.
Thank you. High school.
Nothing really new to add other than what I had. Mrs. Kubis and Mrs. Finch have come up with some amazing ideas for homecoming for winter, since it also will look very different. And they will have a concrete plan soon for you. Mr. Babel has started his preparation for the spring musical and how to do that safely. And the musical is Sister Act, if you aren't aware yet. And the only other change really is we initially said we were going to distribute the ACT for our juniors on February 25th, but apparently that was an emergency date that wasn't put out. So we're now going to do it February 9th. So it moved it up a couple weeks. And that'll be in person, hopefully, for all the juniors.
Okay.
And that's it.
Are we going to, I mean, obviously, I'm sort of living the joy of not being able to have an ACT with one of my students right now. Although you did have it right before and got some in, but I'm sure Chloe can attest this has been a little bit of a challenge. Do we have the ability to maybe only have those kids there so you can use a bunch of different classrooms and really?
That's our plan, is to have everybody be remote that day other than juniors, so they can be minimal students in a classroom.
Sounds great.
Yes.
Thank you. Sorry, special education.
Good evening. In addition to the written report, I just kind of wanted in front of everyone to thank Mr. Hill for coordinating the efforts. He got a lot of our 7 through 12 students on IEPs to come into the building a couple days this week and a couple days next week while we're remote for a few hours each day to work with their teachers. And I think that's really important for those students. And then for our Learning is Cool after school program, we are running remotely right now till January 4th, just due to staffing. But the teachers are still able to work with the students for homework help. And something else I think that's really neat is they're doing one-to-one meetings with the students on Fridays just for some emotional, mental, and academic check-ins, which I think is really important during this.
All right, thank you. Athletics, Mr. Cusick.
Hello, everyone. The schedule that is in the board report has multiple changes on it, so I'm not going to go over all of those, but scheduling has kind of been day to day and hour to hour with postponements and moving around schedules. So I am trying to keep those updated on the website for all of our parents and fans as best we can, and also to try and accommodate some of our fans. We have installed a Huddle Focus camera in the gymnasium, and I want to thank Daryl Miller for helping out with that a lot. He's been in contact with Huddle to get that camera operational. I ordered that a month or so ago, and it's been installed, and it follows a live action, and it will live stream all the events that are in the gymnasium. So we're hoping that tomorrow will be the first time we get to run it. Whether that works or not, I'm not sure, but we'll find out. We are online as well with hometown ticketing. So our fans will be able to purchase online tickets, which reduces the amount of money exchange and all of that. That is for our home fans, and then visiting fans will also purchase. So if you go to the school website, you'll see a new addition to the menu bar on the homepage. It says box office and ticketing, and there will be tickets for sale on there. It is closed purchase though. It's not a general admission in the sense of anybody can buy it. We have to still limit to just parents and close family members that can purchase those. So, but we are able to accommodate all of our student athletes and cheerleaders and get their parents there. So they'll be able to come to the games. I'm sure most of you have already heard about Russell Hetrick, one of our football players. Was diagnosed with leukemia. So we got several fundraisers going on to help out the Duvals who he lives with, and you know, we have some T-shirt and hoodie sales and all that kind of stuff. So any chance you get, please help support that. And you know, our community has always done a great job of support. So we got that going on. We also have you know, uncertainty with after the break of when our league schedule is going to start. So it's either going to start June 4th or June 11th, depending on what Trumbull County Health Department decides with the Trumbull County schools. So we're kind of in hold there. But we do have our several events going on with all of our winter sports. And so hopefully we stay safe and stay positive. And I think that's all I have.
Thank you. Lunchroom, Miss Wilms. I didn't see whether she was in here or not. Is she in here? Maybe not.
Dr. Miller, can I take her time? I just want to make one kind of public statement. Appreciate Rich Burbick really working with us. You know, I know Kim said about the special ed thing. Laura and the staff decided to do this, I think, Monday, and Rich really stepped up in a matter of a day, created, you know, a bus run at midday to get our kids home that needed those students, those special services. So really just wanted to publicly say how much we appreciate it. So thanks, Rich.
Thank you. All right, technology, Mr. Miller.
I guess I'm presenting next month as the featured speaker, since the building principals, I think, nominated me to go first this year. So, I'm gonna save my thunder for next month, if that's okay with everyone.
That's fine. Transportation, Mr. Burbick.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Dan, for that. One thing I'd like to add to what's in my report additionally is I don't thank my drivers enough. As Mr. Cusick said, these sporting events are changing day to day, hour to hour. And for the drivers just to drop on a dime to change their home life, to step up to help take our kids where they need to go. I think they deserve a great thank you for that. Not only that, the meal deliveries that we're providing for our community on Fridays this week, it's Mr. Manley opened it up, and we had quite a few more interested families that's wanting meals. And as of right now, with the 3 meals being delivered on Friday, it should be about 714 meals that our drivers will be able to deliver to our community members. And I think that says a lot for our school and for our community and for our drivers. So I'd just like to publicly say thank you to all my drivers for stepping up and helping me with these ever-changing routes and keeping me straight. And if you guys got any questions.
You didn't give us fuel prices.
Well, I'm glad you asked, Mr. Miller. Unfortunately, they're going up. You can see at the pump they went up about 21 cents. The good side is we're not using so much fuel right now. So we're probably still less than we were last year. I didn't actually run the numbers, but they are creeping up.
Thank you. Maintenance, Mr. Admin.
Everything's going pretty good on our end. I have a couple of guys who on Fridays also help deliver meals to the outside, and they do an outstanding job. And we've got several extra families. We're excited about delivering to them, and they've been doing a good job at that. Our water situation is not so good. I have McKay and Gold coming out tomorrow, though, to see if there's anything that we could do, because we have to pump every day now, 5,500 gallons that comes from Dalton's service. But hopefully we'll be able to figure out something tomorrow. If not, I'll keep you updated. Other than that, everything else seems to be going good.
Thank you. All right, superintendent's report, Mr. Manley.
It helps if I unmute myself. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate everything everybody's doing. Really like to give a shout out to our staff, our students, our parents, and the board. These have not been easy times, but everybody has pulled together to work together to make things happen. And every day is a new adventure. Like this week, this group spent so much time as an administrative group, staff group. Our teachers came. We needed to get some IEP kids in here, and they came, and they came because Rich figured it out. Transportation, the drivers helped with that. Dan figured it out. Kim figured it out. Laura, and it's ongoing. Our families for adjusting. They've been so kind and so polite, so gracious. None of these decisions are easy to make, and they have adjusted. So I'm just grateful for all of them and for our board. And to our board, first of all, I'd just like to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. This is a very special holiday for all of us. You know, we can maybe sometimes say it won't be the same, but what will be the same is those bonds that we have, and that are even now more important than ever to maintain. We're all above ground, and that is a good thing to celebrate. So, you know, it's not the biggest gift we have is our health. So to be here together tonight is just a blessing. I want to add on to what Paul said about athletics. Those games will start streaming tomorrow night, and those are free. So we'll be streaming that since only immediate family will be at the games. Those will be getting streamed, and there's no charge for that system that we're doing. And I'd like to also thank our PTO. Looking forward, you know, everyone's working together. How do you provide important things to our students? And, you know, part of that experience at this time of year is the excitement of the holidays. And we'll be celebrating that already. But if you caught our second grade this week, the Grinch was reading to our second graders. So it's been a good week and a lot of learning. And that concludes my report at this time, Dr. Miller.
Thank you. Superintendent's requests.
Yes, I'd like to recommend item number 1 to extend the appointment of Charles Wellman to the Columbiana County Career Center for 1 year. Mr. Wellman filled a post in December, and at that time the post for 2 years, and on January 1 they changed to 3 years. So we're extending it out to the third year. Thank you.
Do we have a motion to approve?
This is Doug, so moved.
Do we have a second?
Cole, second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Straney,
Yes.
Wellman,
Abstain.
Hively,
Yes.
DiTilio,
Yes.
and Miller.
Yes.
Item number 2, recommend that the board accept the resignation of Stephanie Chismar. That would be effective at the conclusion of the school year, June 30th, 2021. And we wish her the best on her endeavors.
Do we have a motion to approve?
This is Joel. I'll motion.
Do we have a second?
Preston seconds.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
DiTilio,
Yes.
Wellman,
Abstain.
Straney,
Yes.
Hively,
Yes.
and Miller.
Yes.
Item number 3, I recommend that the board approve the following resolution for the recall of Stephanie Buhicker, District Secretary, effective January 11, 2021. And that to do that, we feel we're able to recall her at this time. To do that, thanks to Charlene and our staff and your hard work with finances to do that. Thank you.
Do we have a motion to approve?
Missy, I motion.
Do we have a second?
This is Doug, I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Hively,
Yes.
Straney,
Yes.
DiTilio,
Yes.
Wellman,
Yes.
and Miller.
Yes.
And item number 4, I recommend that the board approve the national standards report listed below on the Smart Snack guidelines. Thank you.
Do we have a motion to approve?
Preston will move.
Do we have a second?
Joel, second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
DiTilio,
Yes.
Wellman,
Yes.
Hively,
Yes.
Straney,
Yes.
and Dr. Miller.
Yes. Well, everyone out there, certainly I thank you. I'd like to wish everyone a safe and happy holiday season. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Would reaffirm that the next board meeting, which will be the organizational meeting, will be January 13th. Are we in person or virtual? I don't know that.
We are virtual, Doc, and we will start with the budget hearing at 6:30.
Okay, that was part B of that question. Okay. So we'll see everybody 6:30 on January 13th, if not before. With that, do we have a motion to approve or a motion to adjourn? I'm sorry.
This is Doug, so moved.
Do we have a second?
This is Joel. I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
All right.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.